Morning, everybody. Let's see what time is 8:15, November 24th, Wednesday. I gotta adjust my sound here. Okay. All right, got the Nasdaq up. How's everybody doing this morning? If you could just shoot a comment, if anybody's in here, shoot a comment in the chat whenever you get a second. Got the Nasdaq up. Start with our higher time frames. Take a look at what's going on. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so a little bit of an odd day, I guess you could say. Got to be a little cautious with this thing. We have passed the Apex Trader evaluation. I wanted to say challenge evaluation. So we're just trading on a sim today. I've already taken in pre-market my micro trade. Just the clock today is a trading day. So I think today's day 8. So I'll have to trade Thursday and Friday in the limited market hours that are going to be available. But we should be able to get that. Anyways, big uptrend going on here. We broke through it down here, came up to the back up to the upside, broke all-time highs. We pinned through the upper band on the daily. Now we are breaking this support. We broke the support yesterday, came down. What's providing support at this point is the 20 SMA on the daily. You can see this, see how it bounced yesterday, pinned right off of it. But now we're coming back down and we are right at that 20 SMA on the daily. I think a couple key levels here of support is going to be the 20 SMA, which is right where we are. I've got a red line, a red horizontal line drawn out on that. And then also yesterday's low is going to be a key level. I'm going to take a couple of these off. These are no longer in play, I don't think. So our game plan yesterday was to take a short as we came back up to the other side of this trend line. I believe there was also, I think it was the value area low, or there was something else going on up here. I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, our game plan was to take a short up here at this little blue box that we had drawn out. Price never got up to that point. It just rolled over on the open. And there was a couple opportunities to take a short on a retracement. But price never got up to that 16,450 level that we were kind of waiting for. So we'll just take that off. That's not in play today. Doesn't matter. Yeah, one thing I was thinking about not even trading today, but when I opened up NinjaTrader to take my little micro scalp, I saw ATR up at 18 pre-market. That's really high for pre-market. This thing is usually at like 6 or 7. It shows me that we've got a lot of volatility going on. There might be some, might see a lot of movement today, even though I can look at the volume. Yeah, I mean, the volume right now is at 118,000 on the Nasdaq. Usually this is around 60 or 70,000, so it's almost twice as much as we're normally seeing in pre-market. And I've seen that before around like holidays, particularly right before holidays, there's a lot of activity. So I think today there might be some pretty good movement on this thing. I'm gonna, in full disclosure, again, I am just trading a sim on this thing today because I'm not risking the funded account. There's absolutely no reason for me to do that. And I need to get the paperwork and all that stuff signed before I can open it up. So I don't see any like swing trade opportunity for me either to trade on my actual cash account or any risk I really want to take on that. So we're just going to trade a sim today, but we'll try to trade it like we're trading real capital. So anyways, we looked at the daily. I think we're right down here near the support level on it. We can drop down to a 4-hour to see what's going on. I mean, we're moving through that 20 SMA, which is this red line here. We've got yesterday's lows as support. I mean, I think you could probably take a short here and get out. It's probably going to want to come down another leg. But it's not there yet. So anyways, we're coming down through that 20 SMA. It'll be interesting to see. You can see the band open up here the 4-hour. I mean, the way that I see this playing out is this thing comes down, you know, another leg down here somewhere today. But we are at a couple support levels. That 20 SMA on the daily is a key one. On the 1 hour, we're also at the bottom of the band on the 1 hour. Over here, right at the bottom of the band, that's going to be providing some support. We can see this LVN down here. So the bottom of the band on the 1 hour, the 20 SMA on the daily. Excuse me. And also this low area. I mean, this is all going to kind of provide some support, even though, so price is, I think, trying to get down through this, but this stuff is holding it up. So that's what I'm seeing on the 1 hour. Look at the 5 minute. I don't think there's much to see on the 5 minute. But the other thing we can point out real quick is cumulative delta negative 1500, or negative pre-market, low VWAP. All those are bearish signs, obviously. So it looks like a bearish day coming in pre-market. If I were to get a game plan going on in this thing, let's look at some areas of resistance that might be forming. Let's quickly look at the 4 hour. We can just draw, you know, trend lines 101. Just drawing, taking the two highest points and drawing a trend line between them. So it'll be something like that. 16,000. Move this to all charts, put that on all my charts. This one I'm gonna take this one off of the charts. So we can see we've got this resistance area up here. Let's see what that looks like on the 1 hour. Let me draw a little cleaner, I guess. So what I'm seeing here is a big area of confluence. We've got that trend line. We've got VWAP, 20 SMA in this trend line. So up here, I think would be a pretty good area if you wanted to go short on it. You've got weekly point of control. Today's Wednesday. That may come into play. So, you know, if price bounces off of this, we come up. It may poke through here on the open, and then it may pin. If it closes below the 20 SMA and below this trend line, that's a very bearish sign. That would be a good signal to short it for me. Yeah, so that would be kind of a decent game plan, I think. Try to get it short up here. I'll draw some just horizontal lines, and you can see it all up here around VWAP. So that would kind of be your short zone if that's coming through on it up here. For me, that would be my short zone. Yeah, or if price, you know, breaks, where is it? Breaks yesterday's lows at 16,120. And we hold that price down there, then I think you would just look for like a 5-minute pullback on it, or a 1-minute pullback, and jump in on the short on that, because I don't think it would be able to get back up to this area. If price broke down here, 16,000, you know, broke below 16,100, you know, it wouldn't have the energy to get back up. It wouldn't have the buyers to get back up 16,250. So I guess my short zone is up here, right up there. And if price doesn't get up here, like yesterday, we didn't get up to that price. We took some shorts as we started breaking lower. You would just trade the structure that builds, you know, up over the session. Morning, James. Morning, Cesaric. Cesaric, look for a break above 16,256 to 56. Yeah, that's kind of my short zone that you just mentioned. Um, I don't know, man. I wouldn't probably. I mean, maybe if it got up and closed above the 20 SMA on the 1 hour, if we broke this trend line and it got up and broke the 20 SMA, and if it closed, if we came up here, came up and we closed up in this area outside the trend line above the 20 SMA, then I would be looking to take. Then I think you could get along up to this area. That would be this right here would be a trade, I guess, but you'd have to wait for the 1 hour to close above it up here. I can totally see it moving up, breaking through, pinning, and doing one of these, and then coming back down. So I guess 9 o'clock will be a time to wait to see what price wants to do up at this level. But yeah, I think we're down at some support right now. That 20 SMA. I wouldn't be shorting it on the open, right on the open. Got most of the break down from 260. Oh, nice. Down from VWAP. That's awesome. Yeah, I took a little scalp. I don't know. I think on this 1 minute, somewhere over here, can't remember, maybe over here, I took a little scalp just on a micro contract. So nothing like a move from 260 down to 200. I don't know, how many points did you get on that? Like 50 points? I don't know why I've got this line drawn. It's VWAP up there. I don't need to look at VWAP. VWAP's already marked. I'm really just marking this 20 SMA here at 16,275 here. And sometimes you gotta remember price will 45. Nice, man. Sometimes you gotta remember price will get sucked up into these areas of support and resistance. So these tend to attract and repel price. So price may get sucked up into this on the open. I wouldn't come into this just shorting it right off the bat. Market's gonna open in 2 minutes. I'm gonna go grab a little more coffee and I'll be back. I'll keep this thing running if we want to keep the chat going. I'll keep it running probably till like 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that. All right, guys, so I'm back here. Wow, look at this slow market open. Holy smokes. Let's see what it wants to do. Let's get an ATM strategy going. One contract, which I think is 50 ticks. 40 and 40. So that's just usually kind of like my default on this thing. and then I'll adjust it if once price triggers. That seems like it's going to keep going down there. Price action looks like it wants to drop, but Delta isn't moving down with it. So that's kind of how I use Delta too. I mean, it may want to roll down on this for sure, but I don't see Delta. Now I'm starting to see Delta making a little bit lower low there. So let's see what it does down here. It's got room down to 16,120, I think. Maybe you're short in that. I did say we're going to wait for the price to move up here on the open, but price now is moving lower. So, you know, if this right here would have continued up, then this would have been my short area. But if price is just going to roll over right away, then, you know, you got to do what price is doing. I can't sit on my hands while this, you know, it's not going to be able to move back up here. I don't think it's going to, I think this area now will probably be pretty good resistance up here. We can see point of control moving in down here, but I think price is probably going to keep pushing. Delta's coming. You can look at Delta down there. I don't know if any of this, you guys can see any of this, but you can see Delta there. Buyers starting to come in down here. You see point of control come in towards here. Delta start moving up. Indication price may want to start looking bullish. So I wouldn't be shorting it here. I wouldn't be shorting it, and I'm not going to buy it at this price either because I'm bearish on it. But I'm bearish on it, but I'm not going to short it because I see Delta moving up, and now it's starting to roll a little bit. I'd like to see Delta just boom, make another low. I actually see a buy at 60 and 60 and a half to 70, but I'm not taking that. Hey, morning, Vernon. Thanks for tuning in. Zarek, man, you're on fire this morning. You got 35 points already. It's awesome, man. It's cool to come on here and see how everybody's trading and the kind of different styles, different risk tolerance and stuff. I don't know, the chat, I remember when we used to live stream more, the chat was full of good ideas from people, things that I wouldn't see. One thing that I saw, though, is when I would be reading the chat, I would be second guessing everything that I was saying. And not that the person in the chat who was ever saying it was wrong. It was just, I was trying to examine their trade instead of focusing on mine. I mean, I think it's got room down to that 20 level. I'm not seeing Delta making new lows. So Delta's like that. It is the open. I mean, it's only been open for 4 minutes. You see Delta making lower highs. We see a bullish candle on the 1 minute. But I see a lot of low volume up here. Just isn't a trade for me at this price. Just don't see it. Oh, now we got some selling coming in. Let's look at the overnight volume profile. Wow. Let me take a look at this. So this is overnight volume profile. As soon as I peek at this, just to give me some levels and ideas. I mean, I think this 16,206 right up here. We got a touch here, a touch here. We've got a big LVN in the overnight. That might be a good short area. If we look down here at Delta right now, Delta's moving up. I suspect it's going to break 76 and move up to 205 maybe. Look at that. Look at the Delta coming through on that. That's moving up. So yeah, I think this area would be an interesting short here now. You can see that LVN. So I draw that box on there and then I can move over here. We can also do some technical analysis on Delta. Let's see if we can find a trend line going on. We're up through that trend line. See that down there? Not that that means a whole, well, we're not quite up through it, right? Not that that means a whole lot, but it's just kind of interesting to do. So we've also got the 20 SMA where that resistance LVN level's at 16,205, so whatever. We got the 20 SMA on the 5-minute. This came through and closed above the 20 SMA. It'd be interesting to see what it wants to do up here. I would think that this is a buy right here, that we're going to want to push up to 16,206. You can look at Delta down there, buyers coming in. I'm not taking it though. It may want to dump, but again, not a trade here for me. Did the market sell off before Thanksgiving last year? I think the market sells off towards the end of the year. So, the market's cyclical. I think that there's going to be some selling coming in towards the end of the year, and this may just be a preview of what's to come. So, you got to keep that in mind. Like I'm flat on all my swing trade positions at this point. With this, I'm just anticipating stocks are going to start selling. And then I'll get back in like February, March, and anticipate the build up to the slow summer. So I did that last year. You buy stuff in March, hold it for a couple months, May, June, you start liquidating just because the market's going to slow down in the summer. And I think we're in the fall we saw a bunch of buying, the market going up, and then in December we start to see selling towards the end of the year. This thing's coming down now, but so I guess I think this is just part of it, part of the market cycle. It'd be interesting to look at. I mean, we probably could. Could we go all the way back on this thing to last year? Let's see if we can pull that up. Oh, so close. November, October. So I don't have everything on here. I guess I could pull up a weekly. Let's look at. Now we're moving lower. See, again, I'm not seeing Delta making. Look at Delta. Not sold on this move to short it. Let's look at a weekly. Look at what happened the week before Thanksgiving last year here. So November, it would have been November, it would have been this week, right around here. So no, didn't really sell off last year. Kept going up. I can go back to previous year, can I? Yeah, I can. No, previous year we didn't sell off either. Yeah, I guess a little bit of selling the previous year. You can see it, this candle. Just a little bit, but that thing was really in a tear. Like just hugging that 20 SM or hugging the upper band on there until COVID. Boom. And then last year, let's see what happened last year, December. Oops, sorry, I need my pointer here. 27th. It would have been here, I guess, and right? This candle. I mean, maybe, leading up, there was some bearish action going on. I mean, when you look on a more macro scale, you would say, no, there was no selling off. And even when I look at it over here, I mean, yeah, this is a pretty big red candle, but we're still, up at all-time highs. It's not like it's a massive market pullback. So let's look at what price is doing here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not sold on this push down yet. Just because of Delta. Just because Delta's not coming through. That's selling. So, you're not, I've said it before, you're not always going to know what price is going to do. There's not always going to be a trade for you, but I need price to confirm. I need Delta to confirm price movement. So I would have liked to have seen, oops. We would have liked to have seen as price made this move down to a new low, price makes new low, I would have liked to have seen Delta. This price is over here. Delta make new low, but price made a new low, Delta made a higher low. Something to be mindful of. I mean, I'm not going to go long on it. I don't see a short right here for me. And when I draw this trend line here, maybe Delta now wants to break this. Maybe I see Delta break this support area here. And we get through this trend line, we get through support, and we start moving down into this area, then I would think, okay, well, maybe this is looking more bearish at this point. I mean, this 5-minute candle right here, I mean, this is just screaming sell, isn't it? This candle right here, just screaming short me, short me, short me. But Delta's not coming through. Got a little bit of a wedge going on here on the Delta, huh? See if Delta drops below 14,016, then maybe I'll short it. And we're already all the way down here, huh? Delta's getting through this upper trend line. See if it can fall down a little bit more. Man, this 5-minute looks so bearish. Yep, so Delta's now dropping. I jumped in on that a little too soon. I think it's going to go down. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I got on this thing too soon. We're going to get out it, break this 20 SMA. Yeah, I think I'm in this too soon though. We got 300 on that drop. That's awesome. I'm just seeing Delta now popping up on it. I need to get out of it. Lost 285 on that. Again, sim account, but no follow through on it. Glad I'm out of it. Good job, Vernon. I thought that thing was going to start falling, but it's also you stare at these charts for so long. You're like, You're like, all right, finally, let's just take a trade. Jeez. Now it's coming down. Dude, that 1 minute is gnarly. So if it gets through all this stuff, where does it want to come down to? I mean, the bottom of the band in the 4 hour was kind of my target. Now we're nearly there. I think all of these give you, hey Vernon, I think all of these give you simulated accounts to begin with. I think every single one of these funding programs, I couldn't say about Top Step. I don't know about Top Step, but I think all of them give you simulated accounts to start with. I'm Apex is probably the same. I can share the contract when I get it, and maybe I'll do a little video on it. I was gonna do one on Lilu's contract. I should have done that. Maybe I'll do it over the Thanksgiving. It's the language Lilu uses in the contract is funny. It's like they call it synthetic money, which I think like your account will be filled with synthetic money. I mean, it's just it's a simulated account, and they're um, just using money they get from people paying the subscription fees to their evaluations to they're yeah, Vernon, they're just have you wondered how they make money? They just no, I don't think they even copy your trades. They're just using the money they get from people paying evaluation for the evaluations to then pay out. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme. But they pay out. I mean, these things are just really, really hard. Trading futures is really difficult. Intraday trading this thing, I took this loss here, and I could have easily not gotten out here, held it all the way up here and taken a, this could have been $1,000 loss. Instead, we got out pretty quick, but I think a lot of people just blow these up on the regular and then sign up for another one. Um, you know, it's like they're just tough, just tough. So I took a short here. I'm watching this delta dropping. We're at this resistance level, the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. See if we get a move through some of this. Um, it's funny, like all these people that trade this thing. This thing is just going against me today. We're gonna quick move down there. I want to get out of that. I saw Delta moving up. I don't think they have copy software. I mean, I think that's what they tell you. I think what they do is they say, okay, you're going to trade in a simulated account, and we're going to copy your trades into a live account. I mean, think about it. Think about all the people that passed that thing. Do you think that Lilu has got millions and millions of dollars in some account somewhere? I don't think they do. And if they, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know, but um, they've got they say they copy it, but I should do a video on this too, that in order for them to really fund you, they've got to be regulated by the SEC. They've got to have a ton more regulation than their, mom and pop outfit. So do they copy your trade into their own account? Maybe for really good traders. I'm not going to rule that out, but I think that if you just pass your 100K evaluation, you're in a 100% sim account. And that's why they make you wait 4 months to really take any money. And that's just kind of the cynical side of me, but I think it's true that um, the odds of you keeping that account for 4 months and being able to pull out a large sum of money is super slim. Like I saw somebody on Top Step, they did a video on somebody who made like 26,000 or 20,000 or something in a day. And it was like the largest anyone had ever made, and they made this huge deal about it. And I was thinking that, when you trade these things, I could easily on a, I shouldn't say that, but you feel like more people should be making larger amounts of money than what they celebrate. And there was another one, I can't remember, I think it was through UProfit or somebody. There was some review, somebody made like the same thing, like 20K or something in a day. And UProfit, and I shouldn't say UProfit, some company, I think it was UProfit though, didn't pay out. They found some loophole to where they didn't have to pay it. It's just they don't have the money. And that's why somebody asked me about what I thought about, I think it was Apex Trader. And the first thing I said was, well, just look how long they've been in business for. Well, one, you want to look, see if there's any negative reviews. And two, look to see how long they've been in business for, because that's going to equal how much money they probably have in their bank account. If they're just brand new, they probably don't have a lot of capital to do payouts. But if they've been around for a long time, then they probably have accumulated quite a bit of capital, so that if you made 15, 16,000, they'd be able to pay it out. So now we're pushing up through this downtrend line. Again, that's just kind of cynical side of me, but I don't see how an outfit like Lilu, I mean, we could look and see a lot of these companies have, boast about how many people they fund. We can just do the math on it. They're funding 100 people a month on $100,000 account. Do they have $1 million just sitting around per month to fund accounts? And also, you can just do your own math. I mean, um, there's not a lot of people who are really consistently profitable on these things, and that's just the reality of it. They can hold these things for a long time. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that do these things and on the regular blow up their accounts. I regularly blow up my account, and I've had some success with it. I mean, how many times have you guys, signed up for an valuation and blew it? Or how many times have you been funded and blew it? I think it's Trades by Matt or something. I used to watch him. And I like him. I think he's honest and open about his trading. He's not trying to sell you anything. But he's blown up that account tons of times, and he just starts over. And that's kind of my philosophy with this is intraday trading stuff. Take some risk with it. Blow it up if if it doesn't work out and you blow it up, oh well. And if you keep the account and you get to pull out some money, then that's great. I'll take a short here. I saw the Delta dropping. I still see Delta dropping a little bit. I think I'm gonna stop way up here at 80. I think the top of this band, maybe some resistance, but I think price now looks like it's gonna start moving up through it. Yeah, shucks. Well, saw all this consolidation, Delta dropping. Thought it was gonna roll over. 16,214 maybe. Oh man, maybe it's gonna wanna, yeah, come up to the VWAP. See it pinning off the support level. I feel like I keep trying to take a short and I just keep getting stopped out on it, so I'm just not reading this right, I think. On this one, I jumped in. I originally had a sell down here, and that's the way I normally trade. Is I trade that break of the support. But this time, I tried to read price a little bit better. And when I saw this big bearish Delta candle coming in, I thought I should get in on it up here and then add to it as a broke price. So trying to read, just practicing trying to read price a little bit. I still take that short at 44. Just drop down to like 31. Nope, I'm not gonna take that anymore. Ooh, look at all that Delta coming through. I wonder if some news came out. This thing's moving up so much. And now it's moving up into our original short zone. Yeah, the original short zone on this thing. Let's open up the hourly. No, the original short zone was way up here at 16, whatever this is, 16,250 probably was our original short zone. This was what we had drawn out here was on the 500 tick, I think. This LVN. Good job, Vernon, man, you're killing it. I'm gonna take this off of the chart. Yeah, I'm still looking up at this area. We can now see it's the upper end of the band, the downtrend line, resistance plus the 20 SMA on the 1 hour. So for me, that's kind of a significant area up there. Price may want to get sucked up into it. So seems like it's going to start moving up. Let's see if price wants to get all the way up there. Looking pretty bullish. I think it's going to go 62. You can see this little LVN forming on it. Uh, I should have waited for this little pullback here. Let's see if price wants to get up over that. Add to it. Man, I was talking that whole time, and I think my microphone was muted. So this is clearly an example of how not to trade. This is not looking good for me. We are practicing, but I would have blown up my funded account by now. See Delta moving up on the boom, it's through. I would have said bye-bye funded account. It's good to do this now though, just so I said it before, I think my mic was muted so that you know kind of what you're dealing with. And the power of this Nasdaq. Yeah, that's a bummer. This thing's done. All right, guys. I'm closing out of this thing. Bernie, you gonna keep trading, or you're call it quits for the day? Man, what a bummer. Ridiculous. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. This thing looks like it's gonna. I have no idea what's gonna do. I mean, it looks like it wants to drop down now to 42, but I clearly am not reading it right, and it's just chopping around, down 43 points on 5 contracts. Just holding on. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw that. I was commenting the whole time. I just I had my microphone muted. Just took a million shorts on that. I get so frustrated with this thing sometimes. I mean, I keep saying it, but just it's good to practice. Take a big loss on the sim before you get the funded. I'm sorry, Vernon. That stinks, bud. Look at this thing moving up now. Let's see where this 5. There's nothing left on me for. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off of this. Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is just a sim account, so trying some things, trying a couple different things. What I was trying to do this morning was really try to read price, like where price was going to go instead of trade breakouts. So like this, I feel like we should break up through here and keep moving up, breaking the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. Trying to get in at better prices, reading where price wants to go. Yeah, I don't know. I just have a hard time getting that. It's going to want to keep moving up now, but this is a lot of resistance up here. My brain's kind of getting scrambled. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I will not be trading tomorrow. let's just see what happens here. I will not be trading tomorrow, but I will be trading possibly on Friday. This is just a bad trade right here. I'm getting out of this thing. This is just ugly, 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 ugly. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Vernon, I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to keep trading. I'm going to get that off my screen so I don't have to stare at it. Not sure if you want to keep trading or if you want to maybe just take a small one. This game is such a mind fuck sometimes that can really screw with you. But if you do keep trading, I wish you the best, man. Keep after it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. 9:15 today was a stinker of a day. I don't know. I think this thing's done for me. So I will be back on. Let's see. I might trade on Friday. I don't know. I'll put. Be sure to like, subscribe so that you can get the notification if I end up trading on Friday, or not live trading on Friday. I usually try to post something or schedule the stream, so you should get a notification on that if we're gonna do it on Friday or not. Yeah, I don't know. And then I'll be trading next week on the live account. So yeah, man, catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in. See you, Vernon. Best of luck for the rest of your trading more, and hope you can just get a quick one in, a quick win, so you can call it a day. All right, guys. See you later.